Welcome to a realm where imagination knows no bounds, where epic quests and breathtaking worlds await, or so we hope. Have you ever wondered why, amidst all the hype and anticipation, some AAA game studios stumble and fail to deliver the experiences that many of us crave? I am about to dive into the shadows of the gaming industry, uncovering the hidden pitfalls and missteps that lead to the creation of overhyped and underdeserving AAA games. From inflated expectations to corporate pressures, I'm about to unravel the mystery of why even the mightiest studios can stray from their path to gaming greatness. Get ready to explore the glitches, unravel the narratives, and unlock the secrets behind the question we've all asked. Why do AAA game studios make bad games? In the world of gaming, the allure of grandeur often takes center stage. Immersive worlds, captivating narratives, and mesmerizing graphics entice us into epic adventures. But what if there's more to the story than meets the eye? Picture a stage as vast as the outer reaches of the internet, where every spotlight seeks the largest audience. Here lies the first major hurdle of AAA studios, which are driven by the quest for mass appeal. By catering to the widest array of players, these studios can cast a broad net, drawing in millions across the digital landscapes. However, not all games shine equally. Niche games, those gems tailored to specific tastes, might not gather as massive an audience. They instead will thrive in their own corners of the internet, offering unique experiences for those who seek them. AAA studios consciously choose to instead focus on games that will capture the most players with the least releases. This focus on niche and audience size is part of the risk versus reward dilemma. AAA studios' budgets often rival blockbuster movies, and the stakes are higher than ever. With astronomical development costs, studios tread carefully, aiming to mitigate risk while reaping monumental rewards. Consider this: a game that's approachable to a wide audience means there's more money up for grabs in the gaming market. Studios must study an equation where a game's scope, complexity, and potential market impact are then carefully calculated to yield the most lucrative outcome. It's a high-stakes game where profitability reigns supreme in the cases of major studios. The gaming community is a diverse cast spanning ages, professions, and gaming experience levels. From the seasoned warrior to the casual explorer, each player adds a distinct note to the world of gaming. This audience isn't solely composed of career or lifelong gamers. Life's many responsibilities leave us with limited time and energy, and not everyone can dedicate themselves to mastering intricate gameplay mechanics. The solution? Games that cater to the casual or the occasional player and the curious mind. Looking over the gaming landscape, a striking realization occurs. The majority of players fall within the younger demographic. High schoolers, college students, and young adults form a significant part of this virtual society. Game makers then design games to allow this inexperienced, younger audience the ability to play the same games the stars of the gaming world do without having to spend years mastering the intricacies of more intense playstyles. Those highly competitive and intense games are not made for the vast spectrum of players within this world. The sweaty gamers whose dedication and skill rival professional athletes stand on one end of the spectrum. On the other lies the realm of more laid-back, casual playstyles. AAA studios typically opt to create games for the latter group, as they are larger in numbers and offer the most return on investment. Stepping into a realm where nostalgia and innovation meet, where legendary game series continue their tales, we find the next reason AAA studios are failing to make games that capture the hearts in the modern age. Are these sequels of games we loved so much truly forging new paths, or are they merely basking in the glory days of old? That's right, our next point is that game studios are milking series well past their prime. Looking back through your memories, there's likely a call that's hard to ignore. The sweet whisper of nostalgia. We've all felt it, the yearning to return to worlds we once knew, to relive the epic quests that shaped our gaming journey for the first time again. As time passes, we find that some studios capitalize on this sentiment, crafting sequels that tread familiar grounds. Recycled content, meticulously designed to cater to cult followers of the series, become the cornerstone of these new chapters. Some game studios know that if they slap a popular enough name on a new game, they'll have a guaranteed audience no matter how good or bad the game truly is. But wait, is it truly a new game release or merely an illusion? Sometimes the release of a new game conceals mechanics and narratives that bear a striking resemblance to what came before. Studios are aware that gamers have strong feelings of nostalgia for certain game titles. Studios play into this dynamic, weaving elements of the past into their new releases. It's not unheard of for studios to release a game that is basically the same with a few minor updates and a reskin to massive success. Studios know the promise of financial security and creative exploration. For studios creating sequels, it isn't just a nod to history, it's a calculated calculated maneuver that ensures there's already a bustling player base, eagerly awaiting the next chapter. The arrival of a sequel is like a homecoming. Fans gather, familiar faces reunited, and the anticipation resonates across the gaming community. A sequel's launch is bolstered by the previous editions, making it a safer bet for both creators and players because everyone can go into a new game already having a good understanding of the expectations for the game and how it performs in the market. Unlike the enthusiastic fans of AAA games, another force often takes center stage for the companies who make them: profit. The tale of high prices and pocket pinching in the gaming space today is nothing new. Corporate greed shapes the virtual markets we navigate and often puts the player's experience in the back seat. In the modern gaming marketplace, a curious sight emerges: the realm of microtransactions and downloadable content, often available even on launch day. What might seem like a harmless way to customize characters or enhance gameplay can sometimes feel like a labyrinth of endless add-ons, each with its own price tag. Release day arrives and new games drop on Steam where the saga of Day 1 DLC unfolds, where pixels are barely rendered yet additional paid content awaits. Players are left wondering about the line between artistic vision and monetization strategy as they navigate the choice to spend more to enhance the experience they've just purchased. In the never-ending landscape of titles, a question arises: what's the true cost of immersion? Some games boast vast worlds, intricate narratives, and countless quests, yet the price per hour paid can soar to staggering heights, leaving players to ponder if the virtual journey is worth the investment. This isn't just about counting coins, it's a real-world problem between perceived value and the hours of entertainment a game provides. Spending $60 to $70 on a game that isn't even going to give you that many hours of meaningful playtime doesn't make sense to many players, and waiting for a game to go on sale means you might never get to play that title. One form of entertainment that is free is subscribing, so feel free to do so rather than getting your wallet out to pre-order that next AAA game. Amidst the labyrinth of code and creativity AAA studios navigate, a path emerges paved with convenience and revenue. Why craft an entirely new world or game when a fresh coat of paint can suffice? The allure of creating new skins, characters, and cosmetic enhancements becomes a tempting shortcut to maintain profits. The digital game space is a fascinating land of possibilities, and studios recognize the allure of swift innovation. Crafting new skins and cosmetic offerings can be more cost-effective than birthing an entirely new game, with some game studios becoming infamous for re-releasing the same game with some updated graphics and a new game cover. As releases approach, pressure mounts and a whirlwind of schedules, deadlines, and anticipation grow exponentially. Yet the successful release is often disrupted by an abundance of bugs and incompleteness. The push to release games into the world sometimes prematurely becomes a manifestation of corporate interests outweighing the player's experience. Some games released to reveal a performance overshadowed by glitches and imperfections. The clash between release schedules and development aspirations paints a stark picture of a world where the artistry of gaming sometimes plays second fiddle to the interests and profits of the company behind the game. The story of corporate greed shaping the gaming universe isn't a one-size-fits-all scenario. It's a multi-dimensional journey that leads us through the landscapes of microtransactions, price considerations, and release pressures, ultimately taking away from the gaming experience. Although camping out for midnight releases may be a thing of the past, the anticipation of new game releases remains a palpable buzz within the gaming space. AAA studios face colossal expectations, pressure, and the unyielding drive to surpass what came before. The pursuit of excellence can sometimes cast a shadow over even the mightiest gaming giants. Game development is a battle where imagination meets reality, where dreams forged in code aim to eclipse their own brilliance. For the giants of the gaming industry, every new creation carries huge expectations and pressure to surpass prior successes that can feel as heavy as the buildings they are designed in. With AAA releases, expectations sometimes tower too high, casting a shadow over even the most promising of titles. It's a precarious balancing act where studios strive to outdo themselves, often to discover that the mountain they attempt to ascend might just touch the heavens. With the birth of new worlds, an interesting scene unfolds where there is a challenge of keeping secrets in an age of instant information. With modern social media and endless streams of updates, the element of surprise becomes a scarcity, leaving studios grappling to amaze in a world where every whisper can instantly be heard. In today's day and age, nothing can remain a mystery forever. Crafting surprises that take the internet by storm on release requires a delicate dance, one that involves skillful choreography between hints, leaks, and unexpected reveals. Studios wrestle to strike a balance between captivating curiosity and feeding an information-hungry audience that will seek out and find information faster than ever. Large studios often have to use advertisements that promise the moon and stars, trailers that dazzle, and hype that reaches a fever pitch to even hope for a profitable release. But amidst the calculated hype building lies a potential pitfall: the risk of overvaluing and overrating titles that might not match the audience expectations. The anticipation of new releases at times can mask reality. As expectations snowball, the gap between the preconceived expectations and the actual experience can grow, leaving players with a curious mix of excitement and disappointment when games release. However, the game development journey doesn't end with a release. In the shadows, a tireless effort to refine, update, and patch games begins mere minutes after the game goes live. But these endeavors can often fade into obscurity, overshadowed by the momentum of the next project. There can also be times when the expectations of games are tainted by the past performance of the studio and its overall reputation. There's a multitude of examples where AAA studios have gotten into hot water with the favors of the internet, leading to games proactively getting discounted or downright ignored by the intended audience. I think it goes without saying that many of these points I made come from the personal experience of feeling lost as someone who loves gaming and allows it to take up as much of their life as I do. For the past 2 years, I have gone back and forth countless times on whether to give up this hobby of mine before deciding I can safely move away from AAA titles without abandoning my lifelong love of gaming. The last AAA game I bought even remotely close to release was Fallout 76, and I'm sure a lot of you remember how that game's release went. Once I moved to indie games, I rediscovered my love of gaming and the passion that used to keep me up for days on end. I have since started sharing the games I play through reviews, guides, and even streaming in an attempt to prove to others that gaming can still be fun. If you are like me and feel lost in the gaming space, you can subscribe and join the community of hundreds of others who have the same passions as you do. I encourage you all to check out this playlist of my indie game reviews and find your next passion, and I will see you all next time.